Go ahead. Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, hello, and welcome to our Q&A. And today we're going to talk about, last week we talked about finding each other, crossing paths, and Joe asked me out on a date and finding my house. And today we're going to tell about how we recorded and how Joe asked me to marry him and stuff. Because tomorrow is our 45th anniversary.
Is it tomorrow?
Yes. Can you believe 45 years?
Is today the 12th?
Yes.
Oh, I knew that. I just wanted to see if she knew.
Yes, I knew that. So fun. So we'll go ahead and let's see if we can remember where we.
Okay, lean in towards me.
Where we left off.
We want to act like we're in love.
Yes, we got to act like we're in love. Yeah. So Joe found my house, and we went on our first date. It was Mana La Mancha, and I remember we went and saw the live play, and then Joe started coming.
Excuse me. Yeah, this play was at the University of Utah, where they do live plays, and that's a huge, like 30 or 40,000 kids that go to school there, about as big as BYU.
Yeah, so it was pretty fun, and this was new stuff for me. And I remember on the way there, Joe, he said, "So, how old are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm 18."
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, and we're kind of getting to know each other a little bit.
And I was thinking, oh.
And so I said, "How old are you?" And he's thinking, So what'd you think?
I was thinking, I knew this conversation was going to come up sooner or later.
On first
I was
date.
just going to date her one time, and then.
So what'd you say? So I said, "How old are you?"
I said, I'm 27.
And he was really 34 because he thought, well, this is probably the only date we'll be on. She's only 18. So.
Yeah. And you thought that.
And I thought that was old.
Yes.
So we go on a date, and I liked him, and he called me up again. Let's see. No,
No, we went one whole week, and you didn't go to the dance.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks.
I missed the dance, and it was 2 weeks after that. And then we found each other again at the dance at the some armory place. Yeah, we found
National
each other
Guard
at
place
National Guard. Then you asked me out again.
I still remember you were standing on an upper level looking down, and I was looking all over for you.
Yeah, well, we found each other again, and then you asked me out. And then Joe started coming down every day. It was like a 40-minute drive. He'd come to my house every single day.
So I worked graveyard shift.
At Albertsons.
And I would come down, and I'd have a sleep as soon as I'd wake up.
Oh, well, the reason, so this was during the summertime. I had graduated from school, and I was working at a sewing place. And Joe would come down, and my mom said he could come down if he helped me with my chores and didn't cause trouble. And so
well, her mom didn't want me stopping her from working.
Yeah. And so we went for like about a month, and Joe says, "Boy, we haven't broke up yet. I've got to tell her the truth that I'm really 34." And I remember telling Joe, "I'm falling in like with you." And he said, "I'm falling in like with you too. Not in love, just in like." And I liked having him around. He was fun to help me with the chores and stuff. And I had problems sleeping. I had insomnia.
And the chores were, in the summertime, were we watering tomatoes, or what were we doing?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I quit yawning. Ugh. Anyway, and so we had a tree house that we'd climb up in, and every time we'd go up the tree house, my mom would send my little brothers Slade and Brad to spy on us to make sure we were behaving ourselves.
And we weren't kissing.
Yes. And Joe says, "Well, I've got to tell you something." And I says, "Okay, what is it?" And he goes, "Well, I'm not really 27. I said, "Well, how old are you?" He goes, "I'm 34. And I go...
And there was a slight silence.
Slight silence, and I'm thinking...
And I
don't care.
I'm thinking, Okay, this is where it's going to be cut off. No, you didn't say I don't care. You
No, in my
paused,
mind, I'm thinking, I don't care.
but out loud you said you're still Joe.
Yeah, I said, well, in my mind, I'm thinking, he's still, nothing's changed.
No, but what you told me.
Yeah, and
Tell me what
I
you-
told Joe, I said, you're still Joe. Nothing's changed.
And I thought, that sounds good.
So I didn't care, you know. And my dad, he just, he was kind of concerned.
We had to arrange a time when we tell your dad. Did
Yeah.
I tell him or did you?
I think you did. I think.
Oh
you
no,
told-
I was there.
I can't remember.
Because I remember his answer.
Yeah, because if I don't remember, then you told him.
Yeah, and I told him.
And what was his answer?
And he said, he paused, and I thought, he's going to either get violent right now and just say, get out of my house, you're an old man or something. But he paused and he said, he'll probably die before you. And that's all he said. And I said to myself, I think that means you can hang around here.
Well, that's an okay, yes.
Really?
Well, I was having trouble sleeping at night, and I could sleep when Joe was there. You would say that when you didn't have to work at Albertsons, you would say, well, I'm going to sleep up in the treehouse, and then I could go to sleep, and then you'd sneak off, and you'd go home and shower, and you would
have a nice bed to sleep in.
Sleep maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, and you'd come back before I woke up. And I thought that you had slept. Yeah, and I thought you had slept there all night. And then you'd get up and you'd help me milk the cows.
And it was about a 40-minute drive to my house.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
And I wasn't that great at milking cows.
But you could carry the bucket or something, and you'd be out helping my sisters by the time I'd wake up and stuff. And then I was able to sleep when I knew you were around for some reason. I think my mom and dad noticed that you were good for me to have around, because I was, I don't know, scared of a lot of things. And
have you got a picture of how we looked then?
Yeah, I'll post some pictures how we used to look.
No.
Yeah, I'll post some
45 years
pictures.
ago.
Yes, I can't believe it's been 45 years. And then we dated for about 3 months, and then Joe, one time we were riding home from, I don't know, somewhere, some date, and Joe pulled over to the side of the road, off the exit, Alpine exit, and he says, I want to tell you something. And I said, okay. And he goes, I want to say I love you. And I go, oh, you love me? And it sounded so cool, I made him I said, oh, say it again. Say it again, say it again. How many times you say it? Like 10 or 20 times?
And that was a good sign for me.
That was a good sign, yeah.
But I was still a little bothered because she didn't say it back.
I didn't say it back. Well, I was so excited that you had said you loved me. And then what happened?
The ring was a separate occasion.
Was it a separate day?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we got to that point.
And already have a ring.
But
you but your sisters immediately started asking you.
Yeah, and it seems like that, because you said you had 2 things you wanted to say.
Oh yeah,
and it seemed like you said I love you, and then you pulled something out from under your seat, and it was this old box. And so I opened the box up, and it's got a diamond case, and I thought, he's going to ask me to marry him. And so I opened it up, and there's an old sock in there, and Joe's over there just laughing as though and I'm thinking, what's a sock? And you thought it was so funny.
I know.
Trying to trick me, and I'm thinking, I thought there was a diamond ring in here. and then finally you go, okay, here's the ring. You had it in your pocket. And I said, oh, what was that? And you just thought that was hilarious.
And I didn't.
And that kind of scared me.
No,
I thought.
But wait a minute. I didn't know anything about sizing, like you get a certain size, you just buy a ring. So I went into this Diamond Jewelers, I think it was called, or something, and I found the ring I wanted. It was within my range of price. And she said,
so I didn't know anything about it.
And she said to me, what's her finger size? And I said, oh, I have no idea. And then I said, let's see your hand. And she showed me her hand. I said, yeah, it's about the same size finger. So
yeah,
she says,
so
okay.
that's how you picked it out.
But I've since learned it's size 7.
7.5.
Seven
Yeah,
and a half. Oh,
something like
yeah.
that. Same size, your shoe size usually, but I'm a size 8. Anyway, and so that kind of scared me. He said he loved me and he wanted to marry me same night, and I said, "Oh, okay,
Kind of
sure,
unloaded
yeah."
a lot of information on you.
Yeah, and I thought, and that kind of scared me, and I thought, well, I don't know, do I love you, and do I, because it was fun up to that, it was fun going out on dates and everything else, and it started getting serious, and I thought, oh, he wants to marry me? I had never even thought that far ahead, but you had thought about it, and then I kind of started thinking about the idea, and you put the ring on me, but we were heading to a party at my uncle's house, and we barely got the ring on. It was like a size 5, and we got the ring on, and my mom says, "Oh, my sisters had seen it," and so they ran in and was telling everybody that I had a ring on, but the ring didn't really fit, so I barely got it off.
Did you use soap or anything? Or?
I can't remember. I think I just pried it off, and you wanted to get it sized right, to get the right size. And my mom says, "Oh, let me see your hand." And I showed her my hand, and there was no ring on it. And she goes, "Oh." So she's kind of confused. And then Joe did get it sized right, and he thought, "I've got to go ask your dad for permission." And so you went and asked him, and what'd he say? He just said yeah or something. I can't remember. But you had in your mind what if he'd said no, or
I didn't. I
said, well,
I didn't think that was a possibility.
Oh, okay. You said, well, if he says no, I'll marry her anyway.
No.
But we had dated for about 3 months, and
I was afraid of your dad because he was a tough old mean farmer.
Yeah, and I don't know if they were okay with it, with me marrying somebody older. I guess because I just felt so safe around you, and they could.
No, but you can feel safe around a karate black belt.
Well, it's a compliment. Anyway.
Okay.
And so we set the date for September 13th, and it was a Friday. And as it got closer, we noticed it was Friday 13th. And we thought, "Are you okay with getting married on Friday 13th?" I go, "Yeah, I'm okay with it. Let's make it our lucky day.
And it was going to be in the Salt Lake
Temple.
Mormon Temple, LDS Temple.
And it's hard to get a date in there because there's so many people get married at that temple. So we didn't want to change it. But we found out when we did get there to get married, there were only like 3 couples getting married because it was Friday 13th.
Which is normally like 20.
Normally 70 to 100 getting married. But anyway, so when it came the night before I was getting married, I went to sleep at my sister Sherry's house because she lived in Salt Lake, and then Joe could pick me up there.
It was kind of halfway, closer to my house and halfway to the temple.
Yeah, and because we had to get up like at 5 in the morning to go get sealed in the temple. And I remember my brother-in-law at 5, I think it was 5 in the morning.
I was already up.
You were already up and dressed, ready to go, and Stephen, well, at 5 he came in and said, "Rosanna, it's time to get up." And I thought he was kidding around. And I thought, I'm not going to get up. You're going to think it's so funny to get me up like at 3 in the morning. And so I went back to sleep. And then Joe comes to the door probably at 5:30 or 6 or something. And I'm in bed asleep. And Joe's thinking, "This is our wedding day. How come you're not up?" And Stephen comes back.
No, I was thinking, she doesn't appear very excited.
Sherry comes back in, and because Stephen was always pranking, doing pranks like that, and I thought it was a prank that he was gonna get me up early on my wedding day, ha. And he really was not doing a prank. And there's Joe out there waiting. And Sherry comes in and says, "Rosanna, it's your wedding day. Don't you want to get up and get married?" And I go, "What time is it?" And she's told me, I think 6 or something. And I go, "Really?" And she says, "Joe's out there waiting." And I go, "Really? This isn't a joke?" And they go, "No, get up." And I got ready in like 5 minutes. I got ready fast. I didn't do my hair fancy or anything. And I got ready. I was ready to go. And Joe probably thought.
No, I would.
Well, I don't know what you were thinking, but you were a little nervous.
It seemed normal.
It seemed normal. So we ride over to the temple, and then we meet the family there. I guess they all got there maybe, the actual sealing part was about 11 o'clock, and we were waiting for your dad, Gene, to get there, and my family was all there. And anyway, so we went ahead and got married, and it was a beautiful sunny day. And
I remember in the ceremony, there's a place where they say, "Do you blah blah blah?"
Roseanne
And you
Bueller.
paused a long time.
No, Roseanne Bueller, do you agree or something to marry? I wasn't
Do
listening.
you take Joe blah 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 to be your lawfully led
yeah,
husband? And you were supposed to say yes.
I know, and I wasn't even listening, and Joe's kind of everybody's waiting for me to say yes. And I go, wait, what? My turn? Yes. I don't even know what he said. I wasn't even listening. And I go, Joe's looking at me like, say yes. Yes. I'm not sure what the guy even said. The sealer even said.
Till death do you
Till
part.
death.
No,
No, they don't say that in the temple. They say forever and ever. Okay, we got to wrap this up. Where are you? There we go. And so then we get married. We go out and greet everybody, take pictures and everything. And then we went to the wedding breakfast and ate, got everybody fed and everything. And then it was time for everybody to go their ways. And I don't know if reality had set in yet for me, but so I
took your hand.
Yeah, you took my hand, and
leave.
I wanted to go to the state fair because we would go every year as a family, and I loved going. And I thought, so we're running across the parking lot. Joe takes my hand, and I remember it's time to leave my family. I said, I'm not going back with my family. I'm going with Joe. And reality set in, and I remember it was kind of like in slow motion, just turning around. And Joe, he's excited. He's go. I've got my woman. We're going on an adventure, and we're running across the parking lot. And to me, it's in slow motion. I turn around and look at my dad, and he's got his hands in his pocket and just kind of watching us. And I thought, oh, I'm leaving my family.
You forgot what I said.
What'd you say?
She's mine now.
Oh yeah, you hollered, "She's mine now, Fred," and and that's when I turned around and looked at my dad. I go, oh, look, little feller's got his hands in his pocket. And I go, oh, and then I remember turning around. Then we just ran across the parking lot, and Joe says, "So, what do you want to do now?" And I'm thinking, I want to go to the fair. And
I kind of wanted to show her the hotel.
Yes, and we got a hotel that's called the 13th floor or something, because it had something to do with being married on the 13th, and I wanted to go to the fair. And I says, and buy me a hamburger, because we never got to buy anything at the fair, because we had a big family. Mom would make tuna fish sandwiches, and we didn't have money to buy at the fair. And I thought, ooh, Joe will buy me stuff. He'll buy me cotton candy and carameled apples and ice cream and hamburgers. And I'm sure Joe had other things on his mind, but me, I'm wanting to go to the fair. So we went to the fair, and then we had our reception the next night on the 14th, but I had fun at the fair. And so we make sure we do that every year. That's why it's a tradition, and to go to the fair. But that's our story of getting married, and the rest is history. We get married, and we went to California on our honeymoon, and I got to meet a lot of Joe's cousins that were there, and get to know them a little bit. We were gone for a week?
We went to Southern California.
Huntington Beach.
Yeah, that was close.
I met your grandma.
Not too far from Los Angeles.
I met your grandma, and and your aunt and uncle. No, your uncle Lindy, and they were just all really nice. I liked Joe's family, and so here we are 45 years later, and our anniversary will be tomorrow. We're going to be in Oregon. I want to write my name, write our names in the sand.
Yeah.
Little Hudson's getting baptized, so we're going to go there. We'll leave tomorrow morning. So that's our story. I'm sticking to it. So
I thought of that.
Let's give it. That's a song. Live long and prosper. It takes a long time to grow young. Live not one's life as though one had 1,000 years, but live each day as
The
the
last.
last.
That's way good.
Yeah. Well, thanks for liking, commenting, and
Wait.
subscribing. Oh, do you want to do one?
Let's see.
I can't believe we've been married 45 years. Where does the
this-
time
you have
go?
to think
6
about-
kids, 28
You have to-
grandkids.
Oh, I've got 2 of them.
All right, go ahead.
And the first one I don't understand.
Okay,
You can't
that's a good
help
one.
getting older, but you don't have to get old.
That's true.
I think it means
Like your body will grow old. You can't help that, but
But-
your mind.
how you act. And
Yeah,
everything.
like what's in your mind
But-
and how you act.
And this is one for everybody that would like to exercise, are exercising, or think
Wants
they're
to.
too
Uh-huh.
old to exercise. It is better to wear out than to rust out.
Yeah. Wear out. Don't rust out. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. And thank you. And remember to thumbs up, ring that bell. And good night, everybody.
Who's that third thumb up?
Oh, thumb up.
Okay.
And good night.